This is the Beat 99.9 FM. My name is Nicole.
And my name is Maiwa.
And this is the Midday Show. And we always give you the best and biggest artist out right now, and today is no different. Should I sing his name? Because I always like singing their names. Am I right? I know you hate it.
It's okay.
BOJ on the microphone is my name, or his name. Hi, BOJ.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Chilling. What's going on?
I can see you're chilling. Your voice is giving us like I ain't got no worries in life.
Very bad vibes.
Oh, I have worries.
You have worries. But thank God you don't look like your problems.
Yeah, but we get over them, innit?
I know. Welcome to the Midday Show. You are no
you,
stranger to us here at Beat FM. You are one of our family.
Facts.
And we love to see you do fantastic, fantastic things. And you know, the latest thing you have been doing, you brought us the back in July, was it? You dropped the deluxe version of Bagada Express Volume 2.
Yep.
What's that been like?
It's been good, man. The reception's been good. Usually, my favorite songs aren't the ones that ginger on the projects, but for the first time, I think my favorite songs are the ones that are also people's favorite songs.
I like that you can admit that. Every time I ask an artist, what are your favorite songs? It's like, oh, they're all like my babies. I can't choose.
Oh, no, I can always choose.
So which one are you? This is a 9-track album. So which one
Yeah.
is your favorite?
So-
Can I guess?
Yeah, I guess.
Foreigner.
No.
Okay, that's my only guess because that's my favorite.
No, my favorite, I had two favorites. Too Bad and Line of Fire.
Okay. So why is that your favorite one?
Those are my favorite types of music to just listen to of myself. Yeah.
Okay, so we see Iris Star was featured on Line of Fire.
Yeah.
Was she always the feature you had in mind, or she just made sense?
Was she the feature I always had in mind? No, actually. She wasn't. She wasn't the feature I had in mind initially.
Can you tell
for
us?
the song? Yeah, I thought about it and it made sense.
You thought about it and it made sense.
It made sense
You didn't say
after.
much there.
I did know. I did know. Yeah, what happened?
So who was the feature before?
There was no feature on it.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't a feature on it.
Okay, fair enough.
But I had someone in mind, but she wanted to work. We decided to work with something else. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So we see other features include the likes of Melissa, TSB, odumodublvck. Odumodu is really on everybody's lips right now. So being somebody that is, I guess, close to the Alte scene, what's it like seeing him and working with him and just being around that vibe?
I think Odumodu is like an evangelist, or like a what do you call all these
Evangelist.
people? What do you call these people that can just say things and they'll
Prophets.
come? He's a prophet. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, he's a prophet. He's like one of these guys that is like, he's the example of like, if you actually believe what you're saying, it will actually happen.
Manifestation.
That's kind of
Manifestation. All these kind of words. Do you understand? All these spiritual
okay.
things.
See, when you say manifestation, it makes sense.
So
Prophets sometimes scare me.
Yeah. But his prophecies always come true. So it's a manifestation.
Yeah.
Should be?
Yeah.
Okay, so you taking a leaf from his book? Are you starting to manifest as well?
Oh no, I always manifest.
You always do?
But his one is just on a different level. It's just like it's like you say things to yourself. You feel me? You say things to yourself, manifest things. You know what I'm saying? But this guy is like out there with it. You feel me? There's no, let me not say this in case it doesn't happen. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I'm
that's what
yarning
I'm
this.
like.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's what most people are
Yeah.
like. You feel me? And that's why like people like him stand out. You feel me? So yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to him. So one thing I do before we move away from Odumodu, one thing I like about him is his branding. You see that red hats, you know what you're about to see.
Yeah.
When we hear BOJ, what would you say like highlights you, identifies you?
What highlights me? I guess my sound of my voice, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess so. I think more people actually recognize me more by my voice than anything else.
And
I think so.
if there was, other than your voice, if there was another personality trait, characteristic you could be identified for, what would you want people to know about you?
Nothing really. I don't like people knowing anything.
You don't like people knowing
personal.
about you?
Nothing. There's only certain things that you can't hide, like your girlfriend or like, do you understand? Like I can't hide that. It's hard.
Some people are succeeding in hiding their girlfriends,
Fair.
but then it's ruining their relationships.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like you're making an effort to, you can't just be free with it. So
Yeah.
that's something I can't even.
So as well as you record your music, so are you into production as well?
Yeah, I am. I used to produce a lot actually before.
Wow,
Yeah.
why'd you stop?
It was just long, and it's just like you can get a producer, so like someone that's actually like really, really, really good at it. It takes time and it takes a lot of dedication, and after a while, I just paid more attention to like just creating the music, like the lyrics and the melodies and stuff, and just work with the producer. You feel me?
So for this 9-track deluxe version of the album, are we seeing any music videos? Have you shot any yet?
I don't know about like full on music videos,
Just some type of visuals.
but I've done some visuals that I'll be dropping, and I've already even gone past Bagada Express phase now. We're now on to the next P, but we're dropping some visuals like real soon.
So what's the next P?
What?
Like,
P?
what's
general?
in general?
Oh, I'm working on ajebutter and I are actually working on our joint project. Actually, we just finished working on our joint project.
Oh,
so
mad.
we're now in the about to drop stage.
About to drop stage. Can you tell us anything about it? Is it just strictly
you can
both
ask
of you?
me.
I can ask you. Okay,
ask me
so
things.
all levels go. So first of all, how many songs on this joint project?
They're going to be 5 songs.
Just 5. And are both of you featuring on every single track?
Yes.
Is it going to be telling a story, or what's the
Is it going to be telling a story? I mean, I guess it's going to be showing like just growth. I guess the subject, the things we're talking about, is like just shows growth, and it's not like a fight anymore. It's more like a peace thing now. You feel me? Even though it's called Making No Cause Fight, but it's like, it's just like a peace thing. Like we're all in a very, very like peaceful place right now in our lives, where it's like we've just over time we've just realized so many things and learned so many things, and we're now putting those things into practice in our everyday lives, type thing.
And even when you're making music, like you said, you're about to do this joint album with ajebutter. We know you started off in a group. Everybody if you know you from back in the day, DRB was a huge thing. So what is it like making music now, like as a quote unquote solo artist? Do you miss the boy band quote unquote days? Or would you call yourself in a boy band? We're in a boy band.
That's what I was just going to correct you. That like it was always we're always individual artists.
Yeah.
We're just all in the same school and we're young, so it's like we're still doing things together. Do you get? So right now we just grew up, you feel me? And we still do like we're all still involved in everybody's P. Do you understand? I'm still very much involved in what TZ is doing and what Fresh is doing, and Fresh and TZ are still very much involved in everything I'm doing. You feel me? So it was never a boy band.
But there was a UK leg, wasn't there? Wasn't there CEDRB? Or am I making that
No,
up?
you're not making it up. So DRB was like huge.
Yeah.
So we had to break it up. There was like 12 people. And most people wanted to chase the Western type music, hip hop type stuff that was happening that time. And I personally had always been like, I love Afrobeats and Nigerian music. I don't think it was called Afrobeats that time. Just Nigerian music, So yeah, man.
Yeah, everyone just grew up.
Everybody just grew up, you feel me?
But you all still remain close.
Yeah, we all remain close.
But talking about DRB for a sec, I know that you guys started, a couple of years back, and that was when the Alte scene was just starting out, and you guys are usually known as the pioneers of that scene. But like in recent times, we've seen new artists like Santi, odumodublvck, like you said earlier. What do you think about like the Alte scene right now?
Okay, so first of all, Santi has always been there from the get-go. Santi and LOS and us. But Santi's name was Ozzy B back then. You feel me? So I'll say that like we were the ones that like, created that whole scene type thing.
Yeah.
And like what's happening now was always bound to happen. Like we were the cool guys, do you understand? And there was lots of young kids that gauged us and was like, okay, we want to emulate this stuff. Like even if it wasn't that we're doing exactly what they're doing, but we were letting guys know that you could do things differently in whatever field you are in.
Yeah.
Did you get? So it's mad to see what's happening now and see everything translate into what's become now.
It's crazy. I remember the first time I even ever heard of who Burna Boy was at an LOS concert.
Yeah.
So just to even remember, just to even remember how huge the Alte scene was back then, but it just wasn't as popular as it is now.
And it wasn't even called anything. It wasn't.
There was no name for it.
Any. Do you understand? Yeah, man. So.
But something I love about the Alte scene as well is the fashion. And would you say you're a person that's very into much fashion as well?
Yeah.
And would
100%.
Would you ever want to start your own line one day?
I do have.
You have a line?
Yeah.
So how come I'm not in your merch right now?
I don't know actually.
Go ask.
That's basically me asking you. I want some merch.
I got you. Kemi can hear you. So
yeah, we're looking at you, Kemi.
But like, no, for real though, like, how important do you think the fashion?
I think the fashion. I think in the Alte scene is the thing that has translated the most into the mainstream.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Apart from like, because there's never any Alte music. It's never like everybody in the Alte scene makes different type of music from each other. Do you get what I'm saying? So the music wasn't actually called Alte. It's everything else around it. You feel me? So I would say that the fashion is one of the things that translated the most into the mainstream, in terms of how the aesthetic of the mainstream now. You feel me? Like, I feel like a lot of the mainstream young guys right now are actual Alte guys.
Gen Z, just call them as it is.
Yeah, I'll say they're Alte guys. I'll say Rema is an Alte guy. I'll say Fire is. You get all these guys, they're all Alte guys. Like, if you gauge the way they dress, swag, the way they move.
Is there an Alte language? Is there like some slang we need to like be in on? I feel like I'm entering a whole new world.
Yeah, like I feel like you're going somewhere else completely.
You never know, because I feel like basically like now in like the rock scene, in like hip hop, there's like some type of lingo that can be said that somebody that's into like pop wouldn't necessarily understand. So you never know. There could be a whole language that I'm not cool enough to know. But that's Alte code. That should be a thing. That should be the title of your next song. Alte code. I can hear the beat already on Alte code. But moving back to the music, so I'm sure the reception for Moving Mad, Gbada Express Volume 2 Moving Mad has been amazing. We are coming towards the end of 2023. Are we going to be seeing you on any stages this year? What's happening in December?
Yeah. In December, we're putting something on. I'm not going to say too much about it yet, but there's a couple of things that...
Who's we? You and your team, or you and some other artists?
Or you and DRB and
everything.
As in TZ,
Everybody's
Fresh
involved. Everybody's involved. You get me? But yeah, we're putting a lot of things together. Also outside Nigeria as well. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, man. Everything looks interesting. That is amazing. Well, if you ever do decide to fill us in on what you're doing, I would like to be there front row, hyping you up I got you, man.
in your merch. Excuse me, you heard me right. Don't be laughing. Don't be blushing.
These operations is one.
That is amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us, BOJ. You're always welcome to stop by anytime. We love it when you are around.
Thank you for having me.
For your wonderful listeners listening, any final messages for them?
Yeah, man. Keep streaming Gbada Express, the whole thing. There's Gbada Express Volume 1, there's Volume 2, and then there's the Deluxe, which has everything together. So if you want to listen to everything together, if you want to listen to it one by one, feel me?
There's something for everybody.
Let's go run up those numbers.
Yeah. That's where we at.